All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Listen Up Santa Paula. I'm exhausted.
It's been a long week already.
Well,
it's only Wednesday.
It hasn't been a long week for me. It's just that I just got back from Vegas.
Oh, you did?
I did. We went to Vegas to celebrate my son's 21st birthday.
Wow.
He was 24 or 21 in April, but the kid is like, a brainiac, so God forbid he misses a few days of school.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to wait for school to get done.
Okay.
And so we did the trip, took him out.
Did he have an adult beverage out there?
He had one adult beverage.
They were celebrating his actual 21st
Yeah.
birthday? Okay.
And we sat down we actually only sat down at a table for about an hour.
Okay.
When I took his other brothers, we were at the table from morning till night.
What'd you play?
At blackjack.
Okay.
But we've had so much activity going on because his fiance went with them, and had Julie, and we had Mr. Ken. So we went to go see Michael Jackson, the O, and all sorts of other good things.
Oh. So it wasn't just a father-son trip.
It didn't end up being just a father and son trip, but we left on Sunday, came back last night, so it's
okay.
a lot of driving.
Yeah, a lot of driving.
So,
that's getting sleep at all?
A little bit, but we're gonna take 29 seconds here where I can close my eyes.
Rough Edge FM, irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
There's so much going on in your community that even in this age of information, it's tough to keep up. This show will help. It's all about what's new, what's happening, and what's out there. So if you're ready, sit back and listen up, Santa Paula.
So this was supposed to be my little R&R trip where, I will tell you, my number one rule that Julie put on me was that we cannot talk about business or think about business at all. And I really didn't.
Good.
Yeah, I was surprised. I really didn't.
Did you have some Dr. Peppers?
We had Dr. Peppers.
Good.
In fact, I was a little disappointed because there's not a lot of places that carry Dr. Pepper in Vegas.
No.
It was like Pepsi, and
especially on the machines, right? On the
Yeah.
tap and stuff.
I had
to carry that.
I had to go and get a Pepsi, and I'll tell you, I didn't like it.
I don't drink soda, so I don't know. I don't know what the taste is. I've spent 20 plus years or even longer than I had a soda.
Really?
Just like that. Nope.
Holy cow!
Yeah, I gave those up many years ago.
Why?
Because I was addicted to them for a while,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just like, no, I don't need these things. So
Yes, you do.
No.
Yes, you really do.
Iced tea, sparkling water I'll have, things like that, but not very much.
I can't get into that whole sparkling. It's like carbonated water. Why?
Yeah.
Just drink water. What do you want to carbonate it?
Plus, it's kind of like a ton of sugar, I know they have those zero sugar ones, but man, those aren't.
No.
Yeah.
Gotta
So
have the sugar.
you're gonna have a soda, have a real thing, but
Yes.
you can't have too many of them.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyways, that's my preference.
I did. So,
and who knows what's in a Dr. Pepper? What's
23 flavors.
Do you know exactly what all the flavors are? That's a big no. Okay.
No, but I'm sure none of them are good.
You should recite those at one of our future shows.
Okay, I will.
Give me a list of everything that's in it, and then maybe that'll change your mind about having a Dr. Pepper.
No, I doubt it. Because I want to know what any of those things mean.
Do you like the flavored Dr. Peppers?
I like the flavor of Dr. Pepper. Oh, flavored?
Do you like
No.
the flavored ones?
There's 23 flavors in Dr. Pepper. Why do you need to add any more?
They'll add a 24th.
Why?
Well, they have cherry. They have all these
22
different
is not
flavors.
enough.
Yeah.
24 is too much. 23 is
Yeah,
perfect.
okay, all right. I don't understand any of that anyway. So
Yeah,
that's
well,
out of my wheelhouse.
Don't mess
there.
with my Dr. Pepper.
All right.
And why are you doing cherry Dr. Pepper? It already has
It already
a cherry
tastes like
flavor.
cherry, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I've heard it tastes like medicine. What I've heard.
The cherry flavor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, why are you cherry flavored Dr. Pepper? Anyway.
All right, what's up?
So, in today's news, all right, so there is a big scuttlebutt going on right now over a closing that is going to be happening in Santa Paula. So much so that people thought it was not true, that it was fake. But sadly, it is true. And that is the closing of Flight 126 and the Hangar Bar and Grill. So they will be closing, I believe it is on July 27th.
Yep.
And I don't know if that means that their doors will close forever, if they will try to go somewhere else. But trying to move that kind of a business somewhere, where does it work?
Yeah, there's another place that's restaurant ready.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have, Hampton Ranch is one, but I don't know if that's even an option for them. I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, honestly, as far as we know, is that they're closing their doors, and I guess let's just kind of see where they go from there.
So the message that they had essentially was that to all of our customers, we'd like to say yes, the rumors are true. Flight 126 and the Hangar Bar and Grill will be closing its doors on July 27th. We thank each and every single one of our customers for always supporting us. We thank our awesome staff for always giving us the best. So right now we're not sure what will take place, what will take our place, but we wish the airport nothing but the best. Okay. So obviously the lease did not get renewed for whatever reason, which none of us know. We can speculate all day long.
Which there's tons of speculation out there,
Yeah.
but nobody will ever know the real truth.
No.
The owners.
But sadly, they will be departing, and I think it's a shame. And if it's because the owners want to get more rent money or whatever the case may be, then shame on them. But we don't know.
I don't know. But it's a huge loss for our community.
It is a huge loss.
Because it just doesn't impact the employees. It impacts other organizations that participate there. Like the Rotary, that's their home. So
Right.
now they'll have to find a new home, which
Right.
we're working on it. We're retired, so we're working on it right now. Many of the nonprofits have their meetings there. There's weddings. They hold celebrations of life there. They have different types of
Karaoke. They had
comedy
night.
which they've had their. So it's the ending of the streak of 10 years of comedy.
They've had trivia night.
Yeah, trivia night. So there's a lot of things. They've really made it a community hub, and it's too bad that happened. But maybe it creates some opportunity for them looking at someplace else. Maybe that might be a better fit for them. And the hope is that the airport association figures out what to do with that place to keep it going as something. Whether it's a restaurant or whatever, I don't know. That'll be their decision to make. But yeah, it's really sad that happened.
That would kind of, I think that would annoy me or anger me if they replaced that with another restaurant when that restaurant was such a good restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah, other reasons. So I mean, and it would be, and you wouldn't want to take that out on whoever the new restaurant person is. They may bring somebody in that's excited about doing it. So
right, it's not their fault.
Yeah, so you need to support them as well at some point. But yeah, the memory of what they've done before, is, this community, we don't forget a lot of things, So as case on social media, you see a lot of things from 30 years ago people still bring up that are sore spots. So, but, I wish them all the best. Hector and Luis, the owners of Flight 126, have done a tremendous job in this community.
And they're great people.
Yes.
They were very generous people. They were great people.
Family business. They took care of their employees. Some of these employees have been there well before they even took it over.
Yep.
And so it's heartbreaking to see them leave also, having to find something else. But they're all good people. They'll find a good job somewhere else, and they'll be fine. I think it's just the shock of that was their home. That was family. You felt like family when you went in there. So.
And I would say if it was something that they really wanted to stay, I mean, obviously something happened for whatever reason to cause this lease not to get renewed.
Yeah.
But if it was something where Flight 126 really wanted to stay and they just couldn't manage with the owners, then, I think the people should step up and send some letters and let them know how they feel. But we don't know, so we can't really direct people on what to do, because you might send letters and then Flight 126 is going, oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're only hearing one side of it.
Yes.
One thing too. So that's been posted publicly.
Yes.
You know, so you don't know what the thought process of the association is. So, and it's their option whether they want to share that with anybody. But so you don't know. I mean, the only thing you do is wish all of them the best. Turn the page and just see what we can do. But you know, I mean, yeah, it doesn't hurt to voice your opinion. That, and they're doing it through social media.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, maybe that'll inspire them to open a restaurant somewhere else.
True.
You know, so
I am going to reach out to them and see if they want to come on the radio show next Wednesday.
okay.
Before their closing. One, I mean, they can deliver their farewell. But if they're willing to share some information or maybe what their thoughts are for the future, it'd be nice to give them a platform. So
Yeah.
I'll reach out to them and see what they say.
Yeah, we don't want to know what happened. I think it's just what's the plan.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's what. And they do own another restaurant in Ojai.
they do.
So they do have another restaurant in Ojai.
Okay.
So hopefully that'll, you know, they could figure something out with some of their employees and stuff too. But,
And what's the name of that restaurant?
I don't remember.
Different name?
Different name.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
and I think they're still going to look at doing catering within the community too. Hopefully they do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know, it's kind of up in the air what they're going to do. So yeah, it might be good to have Hector or Luis come in or both and just
Yeah,
talk about it.
We'll
And
put the invite out there and see what they say.
and then just see if they, you know, if they're willing to share. But at this point, I think it's too early for their plans, you know, because they're still wrapping their head about closing. That's a
Right.
big facility to close all that stuff out.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, that's a huge task for them.
And I assume that a lot of the equipment, kitchen equipment and whatnot, must be theirs.
A lot of it probably is.
Yeah.
I would assume so too. So it's going to take several weeks to get out,
Right.
but I don't know if that's how much time they actually have. I know Rotary is going to be taking the equipment out starting next week after their last club meeting there. They'll be taking we actually store all of our equipment there in the cabinet. So we're gonna have to take that out, and then the TV we have there and stuff. And so there's several things we have to take out also.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, so
Well, hopefully, hopefully things work out okay with them.
yeah,
And I know, even with our own business, the House of Magic and everything, you try to do these grand things, and sometimes things don't work out the way, and you just hope that maybe there's a reason, that there's something better around the corner, and that's all you can really pray for.
yeah. There's always let's say one door closes, another one opens. You just got to
That's-
figure it out. So
Yep.
yeah.
So one of the things I wanted to look at is in 2025, what businesses have come into Santa Paula versus what businesses have closed. So these are, I think, some of the major highlights, because I believe James said there was 70 or something like that, plus new businesses.
And some are home based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ones that are actually storefronts,
Mhm.
we have Park 1055, which they celebrated their grand opening not too long ago.
In December, late December.
Was it late
In
December?
January,
Yeah. Anna Ciders, they have they changed their name.
They rebranded.
Yes. And so, but they've been around for a little bit.
Yeah, they still sell Anna cider. They just the taster room changed to fermentation house because it's not just cider. They have craft beer, they have wine, and I think they have hard teas, which I have no idea what those are.
Okay.
So yeah, so they had to do it to kind of associate that they're a little more well balanced profile of what they have.
Right.
So, which I think is a good move for them.
Yeah. We have Rocket Bins.
Yeah, that's been a huge success since they've opened. I mean,
Yes.
that place is busy the entire time. I mean, every day you go in there, there's a line of people who go in there.
Right.
So it's been a huge plus for our community, and very helpful for our community for stuff.
Yeah, they're probably already looking at their space going, wow, we should have gotten
They
bigger.
outgrew their space the minute they opened.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
hopefully, maybe down the line they're going to look at opening something larger.
Yeah. It's kind of like one of those proven things where, let's just prove the concept out, see what happens. They go there, day one, they've outgrown their space. Oh, yeah, I think it's proven. Let's do something now. Santa Paula Cellars.
Yes, Mike Binsley's wine facility right there next to the draft.
Yep.
So that was a long time coming, but we got it going. So it's been a huge success. I mean, the grand opening was fantastic there. There was so many people, but he's doing really well.
He actually invited us to do one of our Spellbound shows there.
Good.
So, and then Planet Fitness, they did their grand opening just about a week
Saturday.
ago. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's hard because their facility is amazing. You know, their equipment, what they put into that facility, the way they changed it, the spa stuff that they have, the massage beds and the sun tanning and all that. Let's face it, it's an amazing facility. And I had an opportunity to to talk with one of the regional managers, and I said, looking at this facility, there was some controversy, obviously, when they were coming into Santa Paula. They had a council meeting with the city, and there were a lot of people who came out to protest them coming in. A lot of loyal people to these gyms. And so looking at this facility, you go, oh my gosh, some of these gyms should maybe be a little nervous. And I actually talked to the owner about it and said, or the general manager, regional manager. And I said, with what you guys have invested and put into this gym, I can understand why some of these local gyms are nervous. And he said, you know what? We see this in every place we go. These local gyms, number one, they have very loyal customers. Those customers aren't going to go anywhere. Number two, he said, our weights are limited. We don't have a lot of the heavier weights and things of that nature. So once people get to a certain level, they will find one of these other gyms in order to do more personalized training and more strength training that they're not going to get at Planet Fitness. So he said, our hope is that we'll take people who aren't necessarily into fitness, get them fitness ready, and then they graduate to one of these other gyms in order to.
Yeah, and in talking with, and you're right, when I talked to him too, it was just like, we're not going after their customers, that they have their loyal following. They're looking for a more broader approach to it, and our gyms are great. Pro Body Fitness is one of our members too. They do a great job. They do have a weight loss challenge right now, which I think is awesome. So it's inspiring people to do it. But they're a great local gym. We also have Fit and Find, which is not necessarily a gym. It's more fitness, cardio and stuff. Totally different from what they're doing.
Right.
So, and there's a couple other gyms in town too.
Well, we have one right next door to us, Kingdom Fitness.
But you're going to have their loyal followings.
Yes,
they
do.
Will they lose a few customers? Probably. But once they do that, they'll probably go back.
Yeah, I will tell you, we belong to Kingdom Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
I might join that other gym for the massage stuff.
No, it's not a person doing a massage; it's a massage chair. So just so
I can close my eyes and just pretend.
All right. Just so you know, it's not a full-on massage, okay? Nobody's touching you, okay?
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But I would still stay with Kingdom Fitness for my weight training and stuff like that. It would be utilizing some of the services that Kingdom Fitness doesn't have.
Yeah.
But I would never break away from Kingdom Fitness.
Yeah.
So
one, they're your neighbors. Two, that you want to help them. Having them successful means you're successful too here.
And it's a lot personal. I mean, they cater to me.
Exactly.
And tell me what I need to do.
And that's what the other. Well, has it worked? So. I'm just saying. I'm asking a question.
I had a few Dr. Peppers this weekend.
I tell you, cut the Dr. Peppers, you'll be all rocked up.
I know. So.
But it's all these gyms, these local gyms, which do fantastic work. I've talked to many of them, and they've been there for 15 years, 20 years. Some of them, they're not going anywhere. They're not going to go. But you know what? The day of the grand opening, I talked to a lot of people that I knew there. A lot of them have their memberships outside of Santa Paula. A lot of them do. Even my son-in-law, I was talking to him. He had a membership in one of the gyms in Ventura or Oxnard or whatever it is, and he got a Planet Fitness one so he could do it here. you know?
Right.
So that's the target people they're going for. It's people that work out. There's a lot of people that have gym memberships outside of Santa Paula. And so they'll
now
go
we're
out
bringing
to
that
work
business.
or whatever. Now they'll come home, do it, and they're right here instead of having to go work out at another gym in another city and then have to drive home. Here, they're home.
That's
you know?
true.
So that's their
So we'll
target
bring
market.
local business to Santa Paula too.
Exactly.
Bring-
So
yeah.
I think it's going to help enhance everybody, all of our other gyms as well.
Right.
And amazing to hear the numbers that they were getting. So there is a need for having that more of a generalized commercial gym that services certain people's needs. I mean, I would love to go to like a Pro by Fitness, but I can't make that commitment to be there to get all
Right.
that stuff, you know. So I'm not that dedicated to that. There's too much going on. But hey, if it's Planet Fitness and I'm literally across the street from my house, I go in there and jump on the treadmill or whatever and stuff. But I haven't signed up yet. But yeah, it's a convenience for me to do that, you know.
Right.
So, and I used to be a gym membership years and years ago in Oxnard, and yes, I lived in Santa Paula.
Right.
So it was really inconvenient. But
It will be good for those people who are doing the bigger gyms outside of the city to
Yes.
bring them back home.
and I think that's their
And
target.
that
That is our target.
So let's take a look at some of the businesses that are closing. So we know about Flights 126 on July 27th.
Yeah.
We lost Big Lots, but as a result of losing Big Lots, we got Planet Fitness because they moved into their space.
And Big Lots was nothing that we did as a community. That was a corporate thing. Because people say, "Oh, we can't sustain a Big Lot." No, it wasn't that. If Big Lots was still around, we still have a Big Lots.
Right.
But the fact that their company just fell apart, you know, similar to what Kmart did.
Right.
You know, so
And I do believe that Big Lots this city is that kind of a store.
it's a right size retailer.
Yeah. Yeah, the cheaper pricing and to really help the farm community and stuff like that. Santa Paula Hospital, we lost the birthing unit in the ICU.
That's always been a
Those are scheduled to end on October 15th.
yeah, and that's an ongoing discussion with through some of our organizations here that and that's not just Santa Paula. I think in Thousand Oaks they were going to close that unit too. So there's a lot of and it's cost. Unfortunately, it's cost.
Right.
So, but maybe when we open if we open the new hospital on the highway, maybe it'll bring that back.
Right. Rite Aid, they've closed over 100 stores
And the last day
And-
here is next Wednesday,
next Wednesday.
the 23rd, and
Okay.
that's another one where it's a corporate decision. It's
Yes.
not even, they're closing them all across. By the end of the year, there will be no Rite Aids in the country.
Right.
So that's another one where we're
Retail, I'm telling you,
yeah.
big retail
Yeah.
is going out the
When you
window.
look at two, and then you tack on Kmart, three big companies that were mismanaged at that level have a massive effect on small towns.
Yeah.
Massive effect. And to try and get that back is hard.
Yeah. Excuse me. Ball Horticultural Company. They were located on Briggs.
Yeah.
They are closing July 17th, tomorrow, 2025. And then Spark, they are no longer doing the Animal Rescue Center for Santa Paula. That ended in January 2025. And another thing to note, Limonera, they were looking for either a merger or a buyout partner. But in March of 2025, they canceled that. They are no longer seeking that, and they're going to remain local.
Yeah, and they've recently done a partnership with Sunkist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is where they originally started. I think that whole thing years and years ago, but I know they're doing some partnership things with Sunkist now, so which is good for them.
Well,
And they're still going to remain here for now, like any other company. They're here in Santa
Yeah.
Paula. Yeah,
And that's huge because, let's face it, they are Santa Paula.
they have their footprint on a lot of things, including the harvest. I mean, that's a huge
Right.
thing. So yeah, so they're probably one of the biggest player in our community.
Right. So as far as city employment levels, in May of 2024, we had 14,712 jobs in Santa Paula. In May 31st of 2025, we have 14,950. So there were 238 new jobs that were created.
Which is
From
good, but
last
it's on
year
the
to this year.
it's the lower spectrum though.
It is.
So it's good to see an increase.
But as far as gas, in 2024, gas was between $5 and $6. It's now between $4.45 and $4.50. So it's down about 15 to 25% from 2024.
Yeah.
Everything else has been going up.
Yeah,
And that is the James Lantine report signing off.
very impressive.
Yeah.
Some of your statistics there.
Yeah, I know.
You did your homework
Did a
today.
little research.
Yeah.
So-
So there's other businesses like that have transitioned. Like we have a grand opening next week, Sisters Asian Eatery, which is they took over the Thai place at the Vaughn Shopping Center. So one business went away, another one replaced it right away. So
Right.
we're starting to see that even though we're losing some, other people are coming in and trying to do that. But it's tough to open a business.
It would be
is.
really nice because what's happening right now is a business is closing, a new business is opening. Big Lots, Atlanta Fitness, the Thai place.
And one thing we forgot was Santa Paula RV.
Oh, that's right. They were
Yes,
not on the list.
They temporarily closed because of all what's going on and stuff too, and so they had a second location out in Lancaster, so they consolidated and moved everything to that location. The hope is that they said they would come back later in the year. Economy gets a little bit better and stuff, but I mean, that was another 5 to 7 jobs that we lost. That's the whole
And
thing.
let's-
We're losing jobs.
Yeah,
That's-
and let's
that's not
face
good
it,
when that comes to that.
when you make the decision to leave, it's very hard to come back.
Yeah, when they said they'll be back, I'm like, great. If you can, awesome. But
Yeah,
the highly likely of them coming back is probably not going to happen.
right.
At least not in that same format. Right. And maybe the facility might not be available for them either. So you never know.
Right.
So yeah, unfortunately we're going to have an empty building at Big Lot. I mean, Rite Aid is one that's going to be a huge hole right now. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can figure out maybe do some business recruiting, and that's something we're working with the city on and see how do we maybe attract some of the other business. We've always talked about bringing in some type of retail. It's hard with the online shopping. That is difficult for a company to make that investment. But maybe
I think large retail, I think in our lifetime, we are going to see large retail, obviously not grocery stores and things like that, but we're going to see large retail disappear.
Yeah. Well, they're all moving to online.
Yeah.
All of them have an online aspect now
Yeah.
because that's for survival.
The only
Yeah.
stores that are going to exist are going to be the mom and pops.
True. And that's where we thrive in our community.
Yes.
I think we have a great core group of small businesses here, better than I think any city in my opinion, better than any other city in the county. They're all great, but I think we just have that. There's just something about this community. You see it our downtown, our Harvard district. They're there's a lot of opportunity still, but
Yeah.
but no, they're a lot of them have survived 20, 30 years of all the ups and downs in through COVID, and they're still there. So there's something to say about that.
All right. Look at me, Santa Paula. Pay attention. We have the harvest, which brought in a whole bunch of new people to our economy. You have to do as much as you can to support the local businesses, the restaurants, the small retail stores, places like ours where we provide live entertainment, Santa Paula Theater Center, all of these places, the museums. If we don't support our local establishment, our local businesses, and we do everything outside of Santa Paula, this city is not going to attract any new businesses to come here. It's so critical that when businesses see that Santa Paulians support their local businesses, then that's what's going to attract people here, because they're going to realize that there is a loyalty. So support your local establishments. Do that first. You should always, if you're about to go somewhere, go to eat, go to buy something, your first thought should be, what can we do here? Can we do this here?
I have to. Yeah. The amenities are here.
If you can't, fine. You got to go somewhere else. But if it's here, don't drive to Oxnard or Ventura or Camarillo. Stay here.
Crazy part about it is they'll say, well, it's cheaper, but when you factor in what the cost of gas is and your time to go over there and back, you probably pay the same amount of money.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
people forget that. I mean, I forget that sometimes too. It's just like, yeah, okay, so you're going to save $1 on this, but then you're going to spend $10 in gas going to do the same thing.
Exactly.
And then you're wasting a couple hours of your time, or you can easily go and you're supporting somebody that lives in your community.
Yes.
That's going to reinvest that money into the community.
So Measure R obviously made us one of the more expensive sales tax cities in the county, if not the most expensive sales tax in the county.
Yeah.
I think we're definitely up. We're
tied
not
with-
number one. We're definitely up there.
I think we're tied with the top one.
The top one.
I'm trying to remember offhand what it is.
So
yeah.
So our sales tax is high, but like John said, if you have to drive, you're going to spend that in gas. However, the other thing, the flip side to that to remember, is that because Santa Paula doesn't generate enough in tax revenue, some of it because of decisions they made in the past, like getting rid of, giving the property tax to the county for the fire. But even with that extra money that you're giving, at least it's going to go to improve your Santa Paula. So yeah, you're paying a little bit more in sales tax, but think of the fact that that little bit of extra money is you contributing to the infrastructure of Santa Paula to make the city more attractive, better parks, all of that stuff. So in a sense, you're investing in your city. Plus, you have tourists that are coming in that are also contributing to that investment.
So find your numbers hat here. So you're spending $10 here.
Yes.
You're paying 9.25.
Yes.
You go to another city and then you're paying 7.25. What's the difference out of a $10 purchase?
Out of a $10 purchase.
The difference so you're going to spend.
So you're spending $2 more roughly.
Okay, so you drive to Ventura, say. How much is it miles wise? You're spending probably a gallon of gas at least, minimum.
It's about 15 miles roughly.
Okay. So you're spending almost $4 in gas to go do that.
Yes. So if nothing, you're at least, probably in most cars it might be a gallon to a gallon and a half that you're spending to go.
Yeah.
And you're paying $4.50 for that gas.
So you're saving $1, but you're spending $4 or $5 and your time to go purchase the exact same thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Just to kind of give a perspective of what we're doing. Now, if it's a large item, yes, I get that.
Yeah.
If there's a larger item, you can't save some money. But if you're just going to spend something, just something simple, that's why I use $10 it's not that much. Even when you go eat and stuff, figure out, some things might be more expensive here than other areas, but what happens? You spend that gas, but gas is the killer in that right now. So
yeah, and people, it's like you said, people don't factor in that, and it's like Joshua was going to go get some paper at Office Depot because it was $2 cheaper at Office Depot than it was going to like Bonds, for example. They sell some reams of paper. And I said, Josh, one, you're going to spend at least a half hour to 45 minutes going to Office Depot to get that paper. Number one. Plus, you're going to spend that in gas. So, what's your salary worth? $30, $20?
So we had to factor that part in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we lost that in your time to get a $2 cheaper paper. And nobody looks at that. They go, oh, it's cheaper over there. It's like, well, not really when you factor the right stuff in place.
Yeah, we have, you can get a thing of paper at a grocery store, but, Crane Printing on Harvard, I'm sure, he's got paper there. He probably would sell it to you at a pretty reasonable price and save you the time and the money to go do all that stuff.
Yes.
So you're supporting a local business that gives back a lot to the community.
Yes.
Yeah,
they do. They do a lot of printing and
Steve
everything.
is fantastic and supports everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he does the printing of the programs for the Santa Paula Theater Center.
he does our programs. He does a lot of the posters you see. He did just doing a Labor Day poster, the parade that's coming up. So he does a lot of printing.
Yeah.
Of that. there's a lot of things for a lot of organizations here.
Yeah. Okay, so we are out of time. So 30 seconds or less. What's going on?
We have our grand opening on Thursday the 24th. Sisters Asian Eatery on the Wild Shopping Center, right next to Round Table Pizza. It's at 5 p.m. It's kind of cool because in talking with Paula, the owner, they're going to actually give a demonstration of cooking some of the stuff for the walk. So you can actually come in and see how they actually prepare the food. She can do a little demonstration there, which I thought was kind of cool. She was at the grand opening Saturday,
Yes.
and then she brought it up. And I'm like, that's kind of a cool concept. So I want to see if we can video it and use it kind of as a promotional thing for them too.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta see who can video it from. I don't know.
Well, who do you normally get to do that stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. I know the guy, but we'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Depends on what the cost is. I might have to go to Ventura. Like that, huh?
All right. What I want to know is, am I the official photographer and videographer for the chamber?
Yes.
Am I the official photographer and videographer for the city?
I can't answer that, but I think so.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Not my call, but
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
I
then,
want to know.
and then you're doing the stuff for the Heritage Valley Tourism
I do.
as well,
Yes.
and doing their social media stuff.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the city has a social media through the management fellow. We do have a social media person that assists you with all that stuff too. So,
So it's funny because people. I know there's some people that use outsiders for video content and stuff for their social media, and so there's a difference between what we're creating versus what they're creating. So what they're creating is 30-second, kind of flashy, whatever clips. What we're creating is awareness. We're trying to highlight a business and who they are, what they do, and that kind of stuff. We're not just trying to create something that's kind of flashy that goes viral. We're more or less business highlighting, more formal kind of thing.
And there's a place for both, because I know right now the hot thing is TikTok and all these other things, and I get that, but it's changed so much. Remember, it was Facebook for a while.
Yes.
Then it went to Instagram or some of the other platforms, and now it's TikTok is the hottest thing. And it'll change again in a couple of years. There's always going to be something else.
That one puzzles the heck out of me.
Yeah, I'm not a TikTok. I'm not on it. So, but there's people that swear by it, and the generation that's out there that uses it, that's what they use to figure out where they're going to go eat, what they're going to buy, where they're going to go. So there's something to say about businesses getting involved in that some way somehow. And there's a lot of good people here within our community that can do social media.
Yeah.
For you. You don't have to hire outside. There's plenty of people here within our own community.
Yeah, it's funny because I was talking with one of my customers that they're trying to do these viral videos in like TikTok and Instagram and mostly TikTok, and I'm like, that's not your audience. So you're doing all this stuff, you're promoting all this stuff, but you're promoting it to the wrong people because those are not the people that are going to come to you.
Yeah, but it's the hot new thing to do.
Yeah, but it's still not the people that are going to come to you. So great, you got a viral video to a population that doesn't really care about you.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to say to use that platform, but don't make that be the sole way of doing it.
You gotta look at who your customers are and where they park.
And I think a lot of small business, especially, forget about who their core customers are.
Yeah,
the ones that are going to be loyal every week that come in, or the ones that just saw something on TikTok and they're going to go once and they won't see you again because they're going to move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So you want to support your loyal customers.
Yeah, TikTok is mostly your teenagers and your very young adults.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of them live.
And I get that.
And if you're teenagers or very young adults, like your party type people, aren't your core customer, then spending $500 or $1,000 a month to promote to them does not make good business sense.
But it depends on where the business is going and what direction they're going in too. So if they understand that if that's their audience, they need to shift to that. But if they don't, then there's where it's a waste of money.
Well, it's not. Yeah. It's never going to be their audience.
Yeah.
It's just the wrong pool of people. They're not going to go to this place.
But I mean, it's good that they're trying to adapt and try and figure out new ways of bringing in business. Is it long term? Maybe not. But you're still going to have. I mean, I can go by any restaurant downtown in the middle of the week. Same people are there supporting week in and week out.
Yeah.
They're having their meetings. They're doing all this, and during the, it's the weekends where you'll get the TikTokers that'll come in and do that. But it's a one-time thing for the most part.
The thing that so and there's some people that are coming in from out of the city that are really hammering some of these local businesses to do viral videos, and they're charging $500 to $1,000 a month to do it. You need to know who your audience is, and you need to know where those audiences live, because to make that kind of an investment, you want to make sure that you're investing where your audience lives. That's where the bulk of it should go. Yeah, you might get a few stragglers over here, but these are the people that are going to keep you alive.
Yeah, and a lot of people that are coming in and approaching about doing these videos, they're there for one sole reason: to make money.
Yeah.
And then, especially if they're from outside of the community, they're going to help you, but after a point, they're going to say, "Okay, we'll move on to the next thing." So
I was working with one guy who was getting, and I know we're over time.
Yeah.
They were getting tons and tons and tons of views on their videos. So it's like, oh, look at how exciting this is. This one got 1,000 views. This one got 1,500 views. This one got 10,000. And it's like, who came in?
Yeah, what percentage of business?
Who supported your business?
Yeah.
And they were like, I don't know. Our business didn't grow.
So if you're doing, say, $5,000 a week in sales, you spent $500 extra dollars, you should have that much percentage-wise above it. And if they're still doing the same $5,000 a week,
Yeah.
how much impact did it really have?
Right. It's like, great, you got viral videos. Woo!
Yeah. So, but I mean, if there's a substantial increase in business, okay,
Absolutely.
fine, and that's a plus.
You know what? Double down if you're getting substantial business.
Reinvest in it. So,
Yeah.
But they got to be aware, to your point. They just need to understand who their core audience is and who they want to get to come in. Also, they can't neglect their core audience.
Yeah.
That's that, because those are the ones that are going to be there spending their money in town 2 to 3 days a week, doing all that stuff. And it's great. We always welcome out of towners. Yes.
Yeah.
But sometimes they might come to town once or twice a year. That's not going to keep a business.
No. And I even asked that company the question is that, what have you done growth-wise for their business? Well, this one got 10,000 views. This one got 5,000 views. It's like, okay, but what did that do? I don't know. All we can go on is the performance of the video.
Yeah. If there's $3,000 spent between a few businesses for marketing every month, are we bringing that same amount in for their business?
Yeah, and it should be double that.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't know, and they know, but the hope is that it is happening.
Right.
So, and if not, they need to look at some other options. Because
yes, be aware.
Yes, exactly.
Be
and
aware.
You can always call us at the chamber, because we are looking at different ways of doing things. And we do have social media. We have you also. So, and I've been approached by some of these outsiders, and their fees are incredible what they're charging, and not even understanding what we're doing. They just come in because that's what they do.
Yeah. Look at these great videos. That was great.
And we've had that where, a good example is, the receipts on the back of your business on the back of those receipts, like at bonds or something like that. They charge a lot to get business to invest in that. And I know a business that did that. And I'm like, so how much did your business increase? Well, it didn't. And they spent a lot of money on them.
Yeah.
Like, you should have, next time ask us,
What do you do with that receipt?
Most of the time, Todd, they never look around.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Toss it.
And then a lot of times now it's a digital receipt. So you're not going to see that, but they're still selling these ads for this. You'll see the big companies do it, which is fine, that because it's more than one business. You have a local business that's investing in that, not a good investment at all.
No.
Not a good, because you're not going to get your bang for your buck on that one. So just be smart, ask questions. Doesn't hurt to go ask your neighboring business, hey, I see you doing social media, what are they charging you? And what are you getting out of it?
Right.
The more we can assist and help, they can contact us, they can contact you, and, or even the city. The city's good at bouncing some things off of too, because they're doing it in social media too.
Right.
So they kind of have an understanding too of cost-wise what it is. We're all trying to be effective with our money right now, and keeping our costs down. But And maybe do a partnership sometimes, partnering with your neighbor business. That might work as well.
Yeah, because if they bring business, like for example, to the downtown, once they're there, they can always shop.
Exactly. Yeah. So always look at partnering.
All right. Well, we are 15 minutes over time because
Good
Jim
stuff.
Lantine went on a tangent.
That's okay.
So-
Good stuff.
All right. So we will see you all next week. Don't forget, is the grand opening, will we be back before that grand
Yes.
opening?
The day before.
Okay.
Yes.
So
24th.
we'll remind you then. Other than that, stay safe. Remember thomagic.org for everything that's going on at the House of Magic. You can go to heritagevalleyca.org for the things that are going on in the valley, or you can check out the chamber
SantaPaulaChamber.com,
as well as the city.
spcity.org.
And we'll see y'all next week.